So, trading plan versus random trades. Random trades are most of the time emotional trades. So let's compare two traders. The first will follow a trading plan. They wait for a signal, they have a stop loss, they have a target, okay? It's good to have a stop, but if you don't have a target, then you don't have the whole recipe too, okay? You cannot just feel where you put your target. You have a target. And you are ready to maybe leave money on the table sometimes. It's part of the deal. No trade is perfect. Every time you take a trade, you will leave money behind in some ways. Sometimes it's only commissions, okay? Sometimes it's comms plus a losing trade. Sometimes it's watching the price go further away without you. Guess what? Nobody is a market psychic that will know in advance what the price will do today. So the idea is not to be right, it's to make money. It's a job, right? So he has a target, he has a fixed risk, and the second traders trade randomly. They jump in because the chart looks good, they don't have a clear exit plan, the risk changes with every trade, especially when the first trade was a loser, then they add more risk. Guilty. Over time, which one do you think will have success in trading? And if you had a prop firm, which trader would work for you? I was talking about that today, I think during the YouTube, and we were discussing, let's say that, if you want to be a trader, you have a trading business, and you are becoming very busy and you are hiring a trader that will work for you. What would be the rules for that trader? Trading your account, trading your system. How should they trade your money and your account? Write down these rules and apply them to you. I get it, you're alone in this business, and it's hard because we have all the roles. We are trader, we are CEO, we are risk manager, everything. I know it's hard. So take that position sometimes and write these rules down. You have a business. It is not gambling. It's a business. It's a real job. One of the biggest advantage of mechanical trading, again, is the objectivity and the fact that you can measure its efficacy. Okay, it has to be repeatable over time. Okay, you don't guess anything. You don't get to decide anything, so you put yourself outside of your trading. Again, backtesting. That's also why trading success takes time, because you will have to repeat your trading, and also you will have to go in past data and test it. What I do with my system when I was learning how to trade trend lines, how to draw them, I used to go far away in the chart and I would click candle by candle on my chart and make a decision on every single candle based on my trend lines. Should I enter here? Where's the trend? What should I do? Am I still in harmony with the price? Okay, so don't be shy to go in your platform and test and retest and test again how you would enter a trade. Where should you stop out and what should you aim as a target? Okay, you need to train the brain to see patterns, images, price action. Our job as a trader is to be in harmony with the price. So find the simplest system for you to reach that goal. There are many ways to trade the market. Find your own stuff, your own recipe, and be comfortable in it. And being comfortable means that you will have to work with it for a while to get to know it in different conditions. So you apply your rules to past market data and you see how the system would have performed. Forward testing is running the same rules in real time. So you have to do both. You have to go back testing. So you take screenshots or you just go back, okay, with your platform, and forward you're actually trading live. And what I like about DAS is that you can replay the chart. So if you use DAS replay, make sure that you don't fast forward the price action. Make it as real as possible and just replay these entries. Placing your stop, your target, letting the trade do its thing. Really, like literally sit on your hands and watch price action without doing anything. It's gonna help desensitize the brain. Practice stopping out. If the trade does not work, you can also replay it and look at your trade being stopped out, knowing that losing well is winning. Taking a loss because it's not going your way, a cute, small, fast loss is very sexy. Okay? So be ready to become a professional loser. So it's also about losing, not only about winning. And then you also get some confidence from seeing the settings. So when we test a system, we gather data. We want to know what is the win rate? What's the average risk to reward ratio? And what's the expectancy? Meaning, on average, how much does each trade make or lose? These numbers will turn trading into something measurable, just like running a business, okay? Because it is a business. So if a trader builds a system and tests it on 5 years of market data, they see that consistently it will produce results, even in different market conditions. So when that trader goes live, they have confidence, not because they believe in the system, but because they have evidence. And it's a question that we often have, okay, especially for Thor, since he's here. How do you have so much conviction? And what would be your answer, Thor? Why do you have so much conviction? Backtesting looks easy because you know the outcome. Of course you do. That's not what you should be doing, okay? Because you shouldn't focus on outcome. You should focus on process. So when you backtest, it's not about knowing in advance if the trade will work or not. We don't really care, but we want to know how it works or doesn't work. You see what I mean? This is the how, the process. Okay? It's really not about knowing if it's gonna work. This is outcome focused, and we do not want that. We want data to know what is a reasonable profit target. Don't get me wrong. But I'm never talking about focusing on outcomes, on money. The last thing that you should have on your mind is money. It's the first thing on your mind when you learn about trading. Perfect. It's the last thing on your mind when you're learning how to trade. Muscle memory. Exactly. We want to know how the market moves. I used to print my charts. I used to work with a ruler. I used to fall asleep with sheets, like print charts in my bed, just looking, price action, price action, price action. You need to see the charts. You need to see how support resistance works. Again and again and again and again. The best loser wins. Thank you so much. It's not about learning to understand the market. It's about learning to understand yourself. Also, the markets will expose stuff for you. That's not easy. Losing money is not easy. Okay? Having bad trading habits, not easy. Take that as a gift from the market. The market wants you to become a better person. So you go back to the gym or the lab, whatever you want to call it, and then you come back stronger with more knowledge. We are very obedient servants to the market. If you want to try and get into a fight with it, you lose. You are not right. The markets don't care about you, how much you want to make, how long your trade should take, what time of day you're willing to trade. You are just a servant and you're surrendering to its will, or you find something else to do. If price action doesn't want to go your way today, guess what? It's not happening. And it's not about you. It's about price action. Going up, down, or flat. Bonjour, Market Alchemist. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video. We've come to the end of this episode, but your journey doesn't stop here. Make sure to watch the next video in the series and don't forget to like and subscribe.